Hello, everybody. Here's to having a beautiful, wonderful, amazing, magical, stress-free day. Starting off on the right foot. Maybe it's a left foot for you. I don't want to suggest left or right foot. And if you have no feet, however you get around, if you walk around in your hands, do that and enjoy doing that. I've had many of days where I was walking around my hands. Everybody knows those days. Crawl yourself to the, it's today. Yes, it is today. And so we're going to talk about, I think this would maybe be like a 300 level course. If this was a collegiate university setting, let's say if I was a college professor, this would be a 300 level. I teach PhD shit, but sometimes I'll get into the 100 levels. And there's some pinnings of the bioacoustic resonance. You couldn't really say that to somebody that was just started. What bioacoustic resonance? What does this mean? I'm going to talk about trees, fires, clay, brick, mortar, pastels. And we're going to pastels. I was going to say mortar and pestle, which is a fun one, but maybe we'll get into colors. We'll see. I'll wait a few minutes as I normally do because for whatever reason people do not show up to my class on time, and I'm still, because I've blocked out a little chunk of time in my day to do this, and I don't want to repeat myself too often. So let us see. What's up, Jay Marley? Ah, man, isn't it funny how that works? Like I remember there was like whenever you're like depressed, or you can't get a chick, and you're not really, it's like what's going on here? There's no then all of a sudden, when the scent of China is on you, women flock to you. They can sense it. If I'm with a chick, every chick wants to hit on me, without question. They're like, oh shit, because like I walk around with, I would assume they're beautiful. I'm pretty sure they are. Every chick wants to hit on me. But if I'm there by myself, I still look the same. Pretty attractive. Pretty attractive. They go, I don't know. What is that? What is that? What is that? It's just, it's, I can sense the psychology of it, which is if I have a lot, then she's got some of that. Okay, I want some of that too. Yeah. Where okay, he's not with anyone, so he must not be desirable. No, going out and eating by yourself or doing something by yourself, that actually is power, because I don't need the other shit. I don't need to. I can sit there on my own, and I know how to scoop the food into my mouth by myself and not have a conversation with anyone. That doesn't make me lonely. That makes me powerful. Do you know? But there is this thing where it's like, all right, I'd like to have, I would like a woman, a chickadee, a lover, however you'd like to put that. But as soon as one is around, it's like it's overwhelming. It's like, oh, I don't know what to do with all of this. I'm not trying to have an orgy every day. I don't have that. I'm worn out here. I'm worn out. Like I only have so much seed to spread for the day. Just let me take a. Can I take a nap? I know I'm entertaining, but I can't entertain 24 hours a day. Mm. So, as I was saying, we'll wait on getting into this bioacoustic resonance factor. What water has to do with that? Trees, fireplaces, clay. Yeah, I think this will be good. This is a very obvious correlation to a lot of mud floody type things. People say mud floods. What's the mud floods? Okay, it's a word that's used to describe something that probably happened in recent history, and there was a reset of populations. Uh, Somebody had commented in my last video. They had asked their teacher about um, about wood burning. Let me make this very simple. If you've ever lived in a cabin, if you've ever um, chopped a tree down, if you've ever burned firewood, the firewood you get has to season. By season, what it means is you let it dry. Because if you chop a tree down and you take that wood immediately and try to throw it on a fire, it will put the fire out. Literally, wood that's supposed to burn would put a fire out because the water content of the living tree that was just cut down is very high. You can't burn the wood immediately. You have to let it. Maybe it depends on where you live. Depends on the moisture, the season, what kind of tree it is. But a year, maybe 2 years. The roots in the soil are sucking up the water into the tree. Now this is basic shit, but it goes into everything else that we observe on the movies, on TV, and the reality people are trying to give you, which is there can be forest fires. No, there can't be. There can't be forest fires. Remember that. Do you remember growing up? If you lived in the United States, apparently, they'll tell you, "Hey kids, don't drive down through the middle of the forest and smoke a cigarette and throw it out your window. You'll cause a forest fire." No, no, you won't. No, you can't. That wouldn't happen. Should I do this the other way? You want to go through the air, fire, earth, and water? That thing? Water puts fire out. You can't light water on fire. They give you the idea that water is hydrogen and oxygen. Yet they can't take hydrogen and oxygen, both gases, put them together and make water. They can't do that. And the things they do where they make like a hydrogen fueled gas, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck they're doing. No, there's metal in the water. The metal is the salt, which is being decomposed in the distilled water. That's what's causing that there's a reaction occurring between the water, which is water. There's no hydrogen and there's no oxygen in there. Go ahead and breathe the water. I thought there was oxygen in there. No, it's water. It's an element unto itself done. And that element of water is there in the pulp of the tree. And you can't burn water, and therefore you can't burn the tree until you remove the water. So you can't burn a forest down unless it's a dead forest. And it could happen naturally and it could happen on purpose. Either way, what's the forest is dead. There's no water there. Burn it down. It's not doing anything. Nothing's living there. If the forest is dead, the animals that would be going into the forest have already scattered because there's no water. They can't survive without water, so they've already left. There's nothing, there's no one living where there's no water. It's like the old story of like 40 days in a desert. And yeah, I mean, but the desert is, where's the trees in the desert? There isn't. Where's the oasis? Where's that pond, that beautiful sparkling? It's not there because the water is somewhere else. And that's where the living trees are, where the living animals are. There's no animals in a dead forest. Walk into a place where there's no where all the trees are starting to die and there's no water beneath because the water table changed and it's over here now. Go in there and find me one bird, find me one raccoon, find me anything. You won't, because they're not there. You might find a few slugs, you might find things that are eating up the dead decay. You'll find those kind of creatures. There are a few. The vulture-esque creatures. The ones that eat undead matter. But the other living little happy bunnies and shit are not there. So what we have is you can burn that down because there's nothing really living there. The places where there is a living greenery, trees, there'll be animals there. And you can't burn that down. It won't happen. Mm. This shit just okay, so bioacoustics. You can cause things to happen through bioacoustics as well. Bioacoustics, biology, acoustics, sound. If I if I hit a perfect if I got 10 pianos in a room and I hit the C note, the rest of the pianos, if they're tuned properly, that C note will go bing, and all of them will. If I take the, you ever watch those things, those commercials, they're trying to sell you something, I don't know what, but there's a woman who goes, ah, and her vibrates, it's an arpeggiation, is that the right word? So perfectly it can break glass. It'll break glass. That's bioacoustics, essentially. That there's a vibrational quality that will use cymatics, which is shape. So voice and sound creates shape, creates an environment, and you can destroy and you can build things with it. See, most people are unaware of either of those things. There might be something about the star forts back in the day and building them through sound. Just a possibility. I don't know. Um, what's up, John Shamanic? Oh, John, yeah, John. I just did that. I'm not gonna do it again, man. Yeah. Um, so the bioacoustics. If I make a certain tone, I go out and I sing on the. If I go sing on a street corner, and I'm good at it, people will listen. I could be on my soapbox singing. People will listen. And if it's off key, they're not gonna want to listen. They'll scatter like bugs, like a dead forest. They'll scatter because the harmonics in a dead wooded forest not harmonic to the creatures. And in fact, what they've noticed is if one species were to die, it's like an orchestra. It's like an orchestra. If one species within a certain like a forest dwelling, they're all making sounds. You ever hear the caws of the birds, and you hear the sound that even the butterfly makes of its wings. It's very very slight, but it's there. And you get the sound of the squirrels and the woodpeckers. If one of those species were to die, what they've noticed is the other species will change their tone to to balance out what isn't there. So if they're trying to fill a space, like my tone of my voice is this, but if someone else is here, maybe my voice is like this, and if someone's missing, maybe my voice you're filling spaces and gaps, and the animals in the forest do that. But if the forest has no water, because water is a memory containment vessel, it's a unit that contains light and history and knowledge. If there's no water there, those species move from there. So the acoustics change. That is a dead zone. I mean, living and dead is relative terms, and we're not going to get too far into that today, because I told you this is a this is a 200 or 300 level class. We're not going to do PhD shit. So does that make sense about the acoustics, the acoustics, the properties of all of the animals, all of the people, all of the machines that are made? It can cause things to live or die. Just sound alone can do that. I mean, light can do it too. Light could burn people. Like vampires can't go out in the day. That's why I'm wearing black. I'm all vampired out right now. That's why I'm not outside right now, even though it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna probably after this go take a walk around. But so there's frequencies within the bandwidth of sound and within the bandwidth of color. It's all in the same spectrum. It's just different octaves. Literally, color is an octave. Somebody who's playing the piano is playing colors. 7 colors in the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's seven, right? There's this. That's this magic of the sevens. You go to casino, triple sevens. Oh. There's a it's we use that as a standard practice. We could use the number 13, we could use the number 12, we could use the any number you want. We could divide it up any way. We just so happen to use the standardized version of, well, there's red and orange, but other places, other people, they'll see different colors in the rainbow and they'll hear different sounds and they have different keying of instruments. But nonetheless, if there's a giant orchestra there and there's a bunch of animals in the forest and there's a bunch of keys, you could divide those keys up any way you want. You really can. You could add keys to that piano within an octave. You could divide that octave up any way you want. But it's filling a space with energy. But without water, there's nothing going to exist there. And so forests that are living, again, to answer John Shamana, because he came late to class, John. Um, Trees have too much water in them. You can't burn them. Go light a tree on a fire. Go try it. You could pour all the gasoline you want on it. It will burn the gasoline off. You might, after a while, be able to have the gasoline pull the water out and pull the moisture out, but that'd take a long time. It would be a waste of kerosene. You can't go sit down again here for everybody that came late. Here's a proof. Go start a fire. Put your firewood on there. It's called firewood. It's not called tree wood. It's firewood. It's different. It's the same wood, but it's been seasoned. Go and cut down a tree and throw those pieces of lumber onto the fire. The fire will go out. A tree can put a fire out. Do you people see yet the silliness of this? And this is again hinged to my last video that I made to a degree, but we're going to further that into what else did I say? Clay. Let's go into clay. We'll get into the as I was saying, mud floody kind of thing. Clay and brick and trees. First of all, you can't burn a tree because there's too much water content. Second of all, if you build a brick house, you build a brick house because of the three little pigs. You can't burn it fucking. There's a reason that you put a fireplace with a chimney there and it's made out of brick. You can't burn it because it's already dried to the point that it's its essential element. So you can't burn wood that has water in it. You have to dry it out, and you could burn that. But then you have this brick it's clay, brick, mortar that's become so dried that it's perfect element. You can't dry it anymore. It's like gold. A brick is akin to gold in the sense that you you take 24 karat gold, you can't burn it. It's already you've taken everything off of it. It's perfect. It's perfect essential element. There's nothing you can do. There it is. It's gold. That's what brick is doing. A tree that has water in it isn't it's not its essential element. The ash is. After you burn it, when you take the water out, that ash is what the tree is. In fact, there's called trees that are called ash, right? We could get into some Celtic astrology in a second. Maybe I'll do that for you guys. We get to let's do that right now because I think this will be fun. I'm gonna need to consult a book about this because um, my brain is only so big. Let me go grab something here, and we'll talk about Celtic astrology and trees. What have I done with this book? There it is. Exactly. You know what? Isn't it funny where things show up exactly where you left them? What's up, Angie? If you want me to further any of those subjects there, I'll do that right now before I get into this Celtic tree astrology. The bioacoustics I could go on all day about, but if you guys want to go into a deeper study of bioacoustic resonance, check out this dude. His name is Ibram Karim. Ibram, Ibram Karim, Karim. And there's some deeper shit into bioacoustics and symbols that throw off certain energies, because obviously every symbol has an energy, it holds it. Like, for instance, there's that one that holds energy, yeah. That one there, that holds a lot of energy. So, and you can look into nature and you see natural symbols. If you look at the symbol, an elephant is a symbol unto itself. A butterfly, a crow, those are symbols. They're living, they're something, but they also hold energy. And so if I draw something, that's holding energy too. It's holding a space, it's not only symbolic, but it is radiating something. And so if you get into bioacoustics, and then you get into this, bioacoustics has a lot to do with magic as well, like creating a sigil. Like if you look at the front of my channel and the picture that I drew there, there's a symbol that I made. It's mine. It's mine. Mine. It's me. If someone can tell me, if anybody can tell me every symbol that I put in there, uh, if you could figure it out, because there's a bunch of symbols in there, a bunch that I've combined in a certain way, and that's a figure of me. If you can tell me what it is, man, I don't know. It would be amazing if you can figure it out. I think some people could. I think you could, but well, I'm doing it anyways. I was gonna say I would give you something, but here, this is what I can give you. Which moon? Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, you can't cause a forest fire unless it's a dead forest. Uh-huh. The runes. Yeah. Well, when they tell you that our culture is built upon the ruins of ancient culture, because they spell it ruins, like it's broken down. Well, ruins are broken down symbols. The runes, like runes. Yeah, I got you. They're symbolic towards the ruins, which kind of harkens back to Michael Caesarian and the ancient, as we're about to do here, the ancient Irish Celtic kind of origins of mankind, which goes flies in the face of the out of Africa theory. They're both. I don't think they're both. They're both horseshit to me, but it gives some history to a lineage of certain types of species. I don't think all humans are the same species. I don't think that. I don't believe there's a reason that uh, certain people are 5 foot tall and their skin is a certain tone, and there's a reason that people are 6 foot something with more melanation, wider nostrils, and there's a reason that some people have bigger ears. There's some these are different species. We're all hybrids. I mean, not all of us, but and there's degrees of the hybridization. Um, I did a video on that. If you guys want to check that out, I think it's called Hybrids, like HI breeds. If you guys ever want to find that, feel free. You know how to contact me through email, and I'm not guaranteeing I'll get back to you because some of it goes to spam, and some of it I just don't get. I don't. I just don't care to answer. So, oh, look at that! You see? Do you see what just happened here? I just opened the book up, and what's it say right there? What's it say right there? Celtic tree astrology. How could that happen? Told you I'm a magician, right? I told you, and why would I turn right to this page? This is fun. So, hey guys, I was just talking about the ash tree, which is called the vivacious, impulsive, demanding, does not care for criticism, ambitious, intelligent, likes to play with fate, can be egotistic, very reliable, trustworthy, faithful, prudent, lover. Sometimes brain rules over the heart, but takes partnership very seriously. Serious. So Oh, is Meatwad an ash tree? Because she's serious. Ash tree. I guess she would be. Yeah, that makes sense. So if you were born, holy shit, that's so funny. I said that, and my best friend Ami is born within these dates here. If you were born between November 22nd and December 1st, you are an ash tree. That's crazy. Do you guys I'm not gonna read straight through this because it's ridiculous. But if you tell me your birthday, I'll tell you what Celtic tree you are. So I'll give you an astrology for your tree. So there's a possibility you're an apple tree, an ash tree, a beech tree, a birch tree, a cedar tree, a chestnut tree, a cypress, an elm, a fig, a fir, a hazelnut, a hornbeam, an oak, a maple, a lime, an olive tree, a pine, a poplar, a rowan, or a walnut, or a weeping willow. Gary Baxter, we'll start with you. I don't, guys, I don't need your year. I mean, you can share it. I mean, that's cool. I just don't need that. I just need the month and the day. 11/6. So let's see. That's November November 6th. You're a walnut tree, Gary. A walnut tree. Ha ha ha. Here's. Do you guys want to know who Gary is? He said 11/6. So walnut. Let's just make sure. I want to double check here. November. Yeah, November 6th. That's a walnut. The passion. Unrelenting, strange, and full of contrast. Often egotistical, aggressive, noble, broad horizon, unexpected reactions, spontaneous, unlimited ambition, no flexibility, difficult and uncommon partner, not always liked but often admired, ingenuous strategist, very jealous and passionate, no compromise. That, I would say, I know you off of here, would probably put you to a T. That's almost perfect. Is that about right, Gary? Johnny K, December 18th. And if anybody on here does know Gary in person, that's probably him, huh? We gonna Joni K, December 18th. You're a fig tree. Oh, I can already see where this is going. I can already see where this one's going as a fig tree. Where are we at here? Fig. The sensibility. Very strong, a bit self willed, independent, does not allow contradiction or arguments, loves life, its family, children, and animals, a bit of a social butterfly, good sense of humor, likes idealness and laziness, of practical talent and intelligence. There you go. That sums you up, I think. If the Celtic tree astrology is correct, we'll see. February 8th. Is that a hazelnut? Divine Hazel. Divine Hazel. If you're a hazelnut, if you already knew that, that's hilarious. February 8th. Let me see. February 8th is a poplar. It would. Let's see. Your surround. Your the closest things would be a cypress and a cedar. If you don't know your actual birthday, like you can't really know that, but you could be a cypress or a cedar. But poplar is February February 8th, and that's the end of the poplar. It goes into cedar. Um, the uncertainty looks very decorative, not self-confident, but courageous if necessary. Needs goodwill and pleasant surroundings. Very choosy, often lonely. Great animosity, artistic nature, good organizer, tends to lead towards philosophy, reliable, and takes partnership seriously. There you go. There's the poplar. J. Marley, April 12th. I wonder if that's you, Divine Hazel. April 12th. What do we have here on April 12th? A maple tree. A maple tree for Jay Marley. This I think is probably correct for you. Independence of mind. No ordinary person, full of imagination and originality, shy and reserved, yet ambitious, proud and self-confident, and hungers for new experiences. Sometimes nervous, but has many complexities. A good memory and learns easily. Complicated love life and wants to impress. Hmm. Yeah, that's yeah, so funny. You can know people through the trees, huh? March 1st, DAI, March 1st. Let's see what we have here. March 1st is the willow. And again, because that is the beginning to a thing, and you can't really know for certain, you could possibly be a pine, but we're going to go with willow. The weeping willow, the melancholy. Beautiful but full of melancholy, attractive, very empathetic, loves anything beautiful and tasteful, loves to travel, dreamer, restless, Capricorn. Honest, can be influenced but is not easy to live with, demanding, good intentions, suffers in love but finds it sometimes. Precarious was the word that I was stumbling over earlier. Because I want to say Capricorn, and I keep doing like in my head is like, one of my gerbils is spinning like this, my other one's going like kind of slower. It's like so I couldn't find that word for you, but there you go. Weeping Willow for DAI. Joni K, yeah. Joni, that was correct. Yeah. Peace, love, sunshine. That's you. Okay, cool. Let's see about the day of the twins. September. That is also it's the same sign. It's the willow. It's the weeping willow. What I just said. I'll read it again. The melancholy. I mean, think about it though. Really, as a weeping willow, what happened on September 11th? Well, everybody was weeping, right? Did they use astrology to plan this stupid shit out? Yes, they did. And does it even match up with the tree astrology? Yes, it does. The weeping willow, beautiful but melancholic, attractive, empathetic, loves anything beautiful and tasteful, loves to travel, dreamer, restless. Uh, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say the word again because I'm gonna fuck it up. Honest and can be influenced, but is not easy to live with. Demanding, good intentions, suffers in love, but finds it sometimes. So there you go again. Yeah, Gary. The divine is that's you. Yeah. When people don't understand language that well, they can kind of take astrology and the what it's saying like, oh, it could mean anyone. Yeah, well, you share the same with every other sign, but if you're really keen on it, like it it, it gives you a good like that's mostly you. Yeah, especially this one is Celtic tree is pretty cool. All but shy and reserved. Yeah. All but that. Okay. Well, so there you go. So you've unfolded part of your parcel. What does that mean? You've connected to some other aspect of one of the three energies that weren't influenced into you while you were in the womb. So you were in the womb for 9 months, which means there was 3 months you were not. That means you weren't in there. So those 3 months are the three signs behind you. You'd not get influenced by those. But as you grew up, maybe you got one of those three into you, which was maybe a fire sign probably, which would take away from your reservedness, which would probably make you more of a ground sign, like an earth sign. So if you're very earthy and then you got influenced by fire sign, then you wouldn't be so reserved. Yeah, you want Gary. I figured when I read that, I was like, oh, that's Gary. That's Gary to a T for sure. Yeah. So there you go. Peace, love, and Joni and DAI. Anybody else that is just showing up? Feel free to put your birthday in there, your birthday, your credit card number, your excuse me. I love that. Credit card fraud. What is? Anybody remember that movie? Um, who was it? It was one of the Wayans brothers, where like he worked he worked in a mailroom taking dead people's credit cards. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's just terrible right there. There it is. Okay. Hey, fucking cheers, guys, to another wonderful, beautiful, healthy day of who the fuck knows, you know? Make sure your day is new. Have your same rituals and habits of yesterday and weeks and months and years past, but revive your life with a little freshness of new experience. Just go do something you wouldn't normally do. Like today, there's a certain path I'll take to go somewhere. I'm going to take a different path. See what I see. But if you always take a different path, start to take the same path. That's the trick. That's the trick. If you're always doing something different, find balance, find steady. That's the story. Take someone that is short of something and confuse them, and take the confused person and make them assured of something. Do that with your own mind. Do that with your own day. Yeah. Ooh, that's delicious. That is really delicious. March, there you go, Angie. March 11th. March 11th. Well, okay, so you are also right on the precipice of a different sign. So remember, you can't really know for sure. I mean, if you know your mother and your mother was like, I gave birth to you on the 11th at 6 a.m. Like, if you know that, then you know that. But like, just if you have to deal with the paperwork and shit, you don't really know by even days. It could you got because you got birth certificates, you got certificate of live birth, you got a bunch of different things. You got the doctor filling it out. You got the. But if you know for sure, this goes for everybody. If you're on March 1st, you're a willow, but you could possibly be a pine tree. Or you said March 11th. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're a lime, but you could be a willow. The willow is the one that I read for. That's so funny. The three of you in a row just asked me to read the willow, but you are most likely a lime tree. And a lime tree, I can already taste it in my mouth, huh? Let's see what we got here. Lime tree is the doubt, accepts what life dishes out in a composed way, hates fighting, hates stress and labor, dislikes laziness and idealness, soft and relenting, makes sacrifices for friends, many talents, but not tenacious enough to make them blossom. Often wailing and complaining, very jealous but loyal. Lime into coconut. You got to find a coconut tree. It's say if you're lime, you got to find a coconut tree, and that's gonna be. I could already see it in you. You need to find just a black man from the island. You know you got to find an island man. Put that lime in the coconut, huh? Yeah. You need to Rastafy. Mm. So there you go. Yeah, the lime and the coconut. I think yeah, it probably work. It probably works together. Lime trees are passive aggressive complainers. That's a bit. Yeah. Hey, do you guys want to? You met him in a dream, didn't you? Yeah, you need the because the coconut tree, the stalk, the tree itself is a little different. It's kind of like there's a lot of banana trees and palm trees. So banana, palm, and coconut. there's a certain the way the tree's made. It's a little different. You know, it's hot weather, where lime trees, while it's a citrus fruit, it grows a little in the north too. What else? What else do you get? Because I think somebody was saying that limes are just lemons that haven't fully developed. And if anybody wants to know, I'll read you mine. Does anybody want to know what mine is? I'm sharing is caring, huh? Let me see which I forget which one. Oh yeah, yeah. Mine is definitely me. It's a tree most people have never heard of. And I would even say Gary has probably never even heard of this tree. Gary has searched and searched. What tree? Hornbeam. Do you know the hornbeam? And you guys, hornbeam, yeah. You guys can tell me if you think this is me. The good taste of cool beauty, cares for its looks and condition, good taste, is not egotistical, makes life as comfortable as possible, leads a reasonable and disciplined life, looks for kindness and acknowledgement in an emotional partner, dreams of unusual lovers, is seldom happy with its feelings, mistrusts most people, is never sure of its decision, and is very conscientious. I would say there's only one wrong thing there. There's only one wrong thing in that. It leads a leads a reasonable and disciplined life. Nah, that's. I mean, maybe I'm just not understanding my own discipline. My own discipline is to be undisciplined, I guess. In that. So does that anybody does that sound? Do I adhere to these constructs of the hornbeam tree? Not egotistical? Oh, I'm not at all. Define Hazel. I'm the least egotistical person you've ever met, and that's for a fact. But I know where my ego stands. It stands, behind me, next to me. It's not me. I just know what the fuck I want, and that's not egotistical. That's self-righteous. I've had people call me egotistical and narcissistic. I'm like, no, I just won't let you get over on me. So fuck you. If I say I won't let you get over on me, fuck you, that makes me more powerful. It doesn't make me egotistical or narcissistic or self-centered even. It just makes me what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You know? And I'm playful with it though. Hornbeam trees are the fagulous. Is that really a thing? Did you call me a fagola? You call me a fagola? What are you? They're part of the birch family. Okay. It's funny because my I had relatives that are they're oak family, like literally oak. That's their name. But I was adopted, so that doesn't really have any bearing on me. Oak family is they're very strong-headed people. They knew everything. Drank scotch. They worked in paper business. Yeah. Hey, Witchmoon, are you talking about the way the what I was saying about egotistical and that? Yeah, it's like I look like this. I know what I look like. Do I want to walk outside and look like a scummy, bummy, flummy dummy? You know what I mean? So is this my ego? Do I paint my face on? No, I get on here at fucking 6 in the morning sometimes and just to make a video for you guys. I don't care. Like I got bags on my ass today because let's go Tigers! Let's go! Fucking national championship. LSU, let's go! But I also know it's just for fun. So, I mean, I'm not gonna walk out with too many crumbs on my beard. But yeah, Respect yourself, and people respect you. And if you respect yourself too much, people then think there are people that, so everything's so fancy. That's egotistical. Looking good and being comfortable in looking good, that's when people get really mad because they're like, how does he just look so good doing that? Why can he do that? Like, well, this is what I'm doing. I don't. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to step on your feet. That's how people. There's a slippery, screwy trick within the psychological business to make people that are self confident and aware and like themselves to call them narcissistic and get in the way of them becoming everything that they want to be. Not everybody that's on film or in media is narcissistic. Most are probably, and that's a lack of self confidence issue. But then there's others that are just like, well, I guess this is what's happening. Yeah, cool. What's up, man? It's kind of like it's a cross between Jason Momoa and let's see who else is really good at it. See, now he's out and what the fuck is his name? Russell Brand. If you cross those together, there's a very humble, self-aware, but outgoing man. It, it, and people are like, oh no, they're just better than you at doing what they're doing. That doesn't make them narcissistic. That doesn't make them. But man, the amount of people that like, it's like, yeah, like what do I have to kowtow and curtsy to everyone? Oh, ma'am, of course. Yes, sir, whatever you like. May I hold your jacket? I've held people's jackets. I do that. So you can't do that for everybody. And when you don't do that, people go, "Oh, this motherfucker right here, oh, he's like, wait a second, but can you self-identify with what you're doing over there? You know, I mean that's probably like 400 level class, but people just ooh, ooh. The people that are doing it are more not even understanding what they're doing than the people that like they're pointing at. Look at this over here. Look at this motherfucker. Adopted children are specially chosen. Thank you, Gary. You're gonna make me cry now. See, don't do that, man. Don't do that to me right now. Oh, Gary, that's right. Oh, I forgot. Gary, you out in North Carolina. North Carolina. Fuck y'all. I used to live there. I told you. I used to live on Outer Banks. I was like Kill Devil Hills and all that. Cool place. Cool place. I enjoyed it. But I lived in hometown. I got a who won? Was it the Purple Tigers? Was it the orange ones? It was the purple ones, wasn't it? I think it was the purple ones. I'm gonna go with LSU won the game last night. Let's go Tigers. Let's go. You gotta spell it right though. Ugh. Which one? Offensive? No, I mean, this is exactly. Unless somebody throws hands, words are just words. You know what I'm saying? Like you can only empower words. If somebody just not too many people are really gonna throw hands. That's something you that's the in New York is that's the thing is like you'll know who's going to knuckle up immediately and who wants all of that. But most people just want to run their fucking mouth because they're living in New York and their day-to-day thing is as stressful as yours if you live there, which means there's people running around through the city and bumping into each other. They're getting their coffee, they're smoking their cigarette, they got to get that pizza for $1 over here, and we get to the next thing, everything's moving. That's fucking stressful. So people just want to release that. So that release is, I'm from fucking. And then the people from Jersey want to act like they're from New York, but they ain't from New York. They're like, oh, going to the city one time, and they're like, no, you're from Jersey, you're not from New York City. I'm not from New York City. That's maybe why I'm a little more well mannered, very kind. But I'm just giving you a map to how people. And then you got the Southern Bells, right? So you got New York City and a Southern Belle. Southern Belle goes, hi, welcome, man. Do we want a spot of tea? It's kind of very regal and slow. And there's not, because there's a small town, nothing to do. The day takes forever. You can just stare off into to nowhere land. You take a Southern Belle and put them in. It's the city mouse, country mouse. Take a Southern Belle that literally live in a small town, drop her in New York City, in the middle of fucking Times Square. She'll fucking, what the fuck? Take that guy that's sitting there, like play Sim City. We'll take that guy that's sitting there. He's lived his entire life in the middle of running around all the boroughs and all this shit, just in the city. Drop him in the middle of the South in a small podunk town. That's life, man. That's you got to taste all the aspects. You can't. You're not supposed to do that to people to take them from a stark reality to another stark reality. That's movie business. But there's levels to the cities you live in, to the towns you live in, to the like. I wonder, you guys here. Um, yeah. You didn't want to say, yeah, Gary, let's go. Go Tigers. Oh, my cousin Vinny, what a good. Yeah, yeah. What does he say? What is the greatest line from that? I'm so sorry. I can't get it out of my head right now. Uh, the Utes. The Utes. He calls them the Utes. I wonder, for everybody in here, feel free to comment if you'd like. Um, what are you small town or rural? Did you grow up in sub? So you got the rural, then you got the suburbs, then you got urban, and then you got city life, and then you got like major city life, and then you got like ghetto, and then you got and when I say ghetto, I just mean like more like I don't know. I guess in different cities I've called it different things. I've always lived on the in Baltimore. I was like right there on the one block that way. Don't go that way. You know. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder about you guys. Small corn town. Have you been outside of there? And for people, have you been outside of small towns? Like like for instance, listening to me talk, does it seem to you as I'm not from a small town? Because I've lived in small towns many times. But um and if you've never been to a big city, I've been to big cities. You know what I mean? I've been in the whole that so it's interesting people's perception. I call it PMS, perception management systems, like how you perceive things and like where you've been and how you understand things. Small. So Angie, yeah, Indiana. What part of Indiana? I lived in the Garden of the Gods in Indiana. Wait, no, that was in Illinois. No, I lived in Bloomington. Lived in Bloomington for a bit in Indiana. Upstate New York. Peace, love. Upstate New York. Rochester, Buffalo, around there. You know. Erie, Lake Erie. Is that Lake? No, Ontario. Okay, no, Erie is over here. Lake Ontario, like basically right there. So I could go to Canada. I could go to Canada for the day. I could just get in my car and just go up to Canada when I was 18, and it was legal to drink in Canada at 18, where in the U.S. it was 21. So you in high school, going to college, blah blah blah. We just go up to Canada, yeah, and smoke good Cubans too. I mean, even I'm like then it's so funny. Like I didn't smoke cigars, but I knew like a Cuban cigar is good. And so you go there and you find the place that has the nice, yeah. Cuban cigars, uh, strip clubs, maybe a little bit, not really. I was never into strip clubs, man. I don't know. It just seems so fruitless. Like people just gonna lie to you so you can get a fucking boner and then walk away. Like I can do that on my own at the bar down the street, and at least I can get drunk for a reasonable price, and there's a possibility that possibility I'm getting laid at the end of the night. So yeah, but Baltimore, I'd call Baltimore my. If someone asked me where I'm from, I would say Baltimore because that's when I kind of identified with myself, like who I am. I'm God. Welcome to my journey. You know, yeah. Baltimore was a big part of a big part of my upbringing, I guess. And then I moved a lot of different places. Oh, you went to Texas? Yeah, Texas. I've only been to Texas. I've been to Texas twice, maybe. I went to Houston when I was very young, so I don't really have a lot of memory in that. Houston, and I have friends that live there and they always say I should come out to Texas, but Houston sounds like a cool place, and so does um I don't know. There's a couple like kind of small hippie towns, but I'm not really. I'm not. Hippie towns are man. I don't know. People assume that I'm more hippie than I am. They don't understand. I'm also fucking. I think no, I'm not. It's everything ain't fucking love, light, and sunshine, motherfuckers. Even though love, light, sunshine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not always that way. You know, they don't get that. So if I dress all hippie like and I'm just like dancing, like, oh yeah, you hippie like us. I'm like, I don't know, B. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, strip clubs are a turn. Jay Marley, yeah, I got you, man. They really do, and I've been to maybe in my entire life, maybe 10. Like I've maybe a dozen, 2 dozen times been to strip clubs. I I, I can't like they're so not fascinating to me that like I don't even have memory of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can name here in New Orleans. I've been living here for almost 10 years, and there's strip clubs everywhere and strippers everywhere. I've only been to one strip club, and it was because it was a fucky strip club. Like you walk in and people are having a fuck they're having a fuck while you're having a martini. Okay, I guess. I just wanted to see if this was really occurring. Yep. And so it's like this is happening. Cool. All right, this is what's happening. And I've had friends that are strippers, and I've dated strippers. Yeah, and I get the whole business, the whole job of it. But it's like, damn, every day, like all you have to do is just like, man, I kind of think about it like, if I was literally that good looking and I could just walk around and throw my dong around and slap chicks in the face with it, would I do that for money? That would get so old so quick. Going to work tonight, about to make me a fucking grand. Let me shave my nuts, clean up my fucking Johnson. I don't know. And chicks that do it, like I get it. For chicks, it's like some of them see it as a slick hustle. Like they doing it, and they're not fucking people in the car. They're not blowing somebody in the bathroom. They're just throwing the tits at somebody and being like like one or two steps removed. And they make more money than the chicks that be fucking. Well, maybe not more money, but they tease. They do the geisha shit. I mean, I get that. I would if I knew that to be certain, like I'd wipe up a chick like that for sure. Yeah, like if she gonna just like make dudes like here's you want to touch my tits? Go, yeah, okay. Yeah, you ain't fucking me though. Give me your money. That's stick up. That's literally good strippers are stick up kids. Anybody know that? Anyone that turns stick up kids? Yeah, that's really what it is. It's funny how I inadvertently called out peace, love, and sunshine. Nah, she knows. She knows. Like, I like it, but for all I know, that might be a dude. I don't know. It might be a computer system. I don't fucking know. I can't be sure of these things. Although I think she's real. I think she actually exists. But it is out there. I can tell you for certain there's sunshine 12 hours a day. I can tell you there's darkness 12 hours a day. You can't say sunshine when it's dark. And you can't say peace because it means two, because it means split. And you can't say love because you don't know that love means Jove, which is Jupiter. So we can say Jupiter splits sun. Is that what it's saying? Hmm. What? Peace, love. You missed it. I accidentally I accidentally called you out. Apparently, not you. Just the tag you got there. Witch Moon, Angie. Laws are walls. Laws are walls. They don't suck. They just. I like the fact that I have four laws or walls around me and a roof, which is man. I did this really great. If you guys are into etymology, I'm not going to do it right now. It's one of my favorite talks for me because I enjoy etymology and how language functions. And I talked about the connection between walls, floors, uh, roof, and how things are set up in a home based upon uh, letters. It's pretty interesting. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I think you could probably get it because L's do something different. Remember, there's an L in floor and there's an L in wall. Not gonna do it right here. Not gonna do it. Hey, so I'm enjoying this. So maybe I'll read from a book. Should I read from the same book that I've been reading from? Oh, the D. Oh yeah. Hey Juniverse, you trying to get that D? You trying to get that D in your box, yo? It's called a square D. Square D panel. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Trying to get that square D, huh? Or I could read from one of these other books. Or I could read from this one. The one that's in my lap. Who's that? What's that song by Outkast? She lives in my lap. Andre 3000 lives in my lap. The Fool Book. The Fool Book. What you talking about? Everything I speak is foolish. This is I speak of the. Is there a Fool Book? What are you talking about? Oh, this one. This one right here from yesterday. Oh no, you're not. You're talking about this one. This one, because we were talking about this yesterday. It's by Terry Gilliam. I don't know that this will translate well to me talking because you need pictures to go with it, but maybe. Yeah, behind me. Give me a direction. Over number one over this shoulder or number two over this shoulder. Wait, now that the timing is off here because he said, yeah, this is the one. This? Oh, hell. Ah, fucking hell. This one or a different one? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'll read something from this. I don't think it's going to translate well because it's very image oriented because it's Terry Gilliam. If you don't know who Terry Gilliam is, he did like Monty Python and you think it's the one I'm holding in my hand. Well, you can't think it is. It's this. It's this or it isn't this. Get your shit together, man. Yes. Okay, cool. But again, for everyone else, I don't know that it's gonna I don't know if it's gonna translate well because he's so abstract and there's so many pictures. Beware the Jabberwocky. I mean, this is I don't know. Um, because I'm reading the first sentence where I scroll through and it's not seeming like it's gonna work. Because it's more of like a biography on him, and it's not gonna make sense. I mean, if I just read something here, you'd be playing at City Center, and people would be asking if the Beatles were in that night. Says Gilliam, recalling the rock and roll nature of the shows. I remember on the last night they were doing the Lumberjack song. See, this is not. It's not gonna work. I don't think. Anybody know the movie Brazil? The audacious ending where the central character escapes into madness would be the work of another director. Certainly, audience. Yeah, man, I can't. Hey, I'll send you the book if you want it. It's a really cool book, but you need the images and to know who Terry Gilliam is for any of this to make any sense. So I can't really. It's not that's not audience friendly. For the just me speaking, it doesn't. I'm not doing anything to help those words out. You'd rather look at the images. Yeah, the Jabberwock. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to read the whole book, but I don't think anybody would be interested in me talking an autobiography of him when you're missing the images. Hmm. I could go to the top shelf. Those are the oh no, I did those the other day. I did those the other day. I can't do those again. What's up, Katesh? Uh, I mean this book really really you can't beat. Hey guys, give me a page out of this book, which is check it out. There you go. A book that not too many people have. There was only a few copies released, and somehow I got one. I don't know. 56, Percy. Okay. Oh, you started right at the beginning of the book. Let's see what. Oh, I should have figured. We'll go. I'll go. I'll do that one. I'll do that one in a second. 56. Feeding your emotions. The important thing to rediscover is the whole foods are the foundation of impulse and its regulation. Again, impulse leads to emotion, and emotion is sent at the speed of light throughout the entire central nervous system. The nerves attached to our entire body's architecture. The nerve messages lead to a cellular nourishment. If the emotion is a healthy, positive virtue, or to a cellular chaos, it is emotional signal is a negative, toxic, potentially deadly one. While whole foods carry the biochemicals to release negative molecules, resides and strengthen positive construction. Life itself teaches dramatically and powerfully. Enough such dark events occur around crisis, loss, and death. When such events are not embraced, the dark, toxic, and destructive molecular chemistries are not integrated for purging, and in this process, suppressed acclimation, and the conscious mind partitions itself and recreates a reality which reflects only that which is acceptable to one's conscious awareness. The troublesome aspects appears to simply go away, but the result is that the right hand consciousness does not know what the left hand, the unconsciousness, is doing. Physical body symptoms then appear to signal this inner chaos and try to respond with actions of release and removal. If whole foods are not working as support tools, serious conditions and behaviors can manifest. This means that if enough water, sunshine, and walking are not present, your body can react badly. Look around you. Just in the last 10 years, emotional abuse, drive-by shootings, post-traumatic stress disorder, and more have entered the common lexicon of our English language. We've shifted from a cheerful "have a nice day" to the challenging testiness of "bring it, bitch." There appears to be a surging rage and despair spreading across our cities, where in the form of quiet loneliness, show on the faces of the kids left with a TV or computer screen for a babysitter, as a babysitter, or kids abandoned, abused, neglected, and witnessing the ugliness of intimacy of marital life together as violence. The spreading of an emotional malaise is seen in numbers that have soared in the recent records, and chronic depression cases are shown around the world. This is coincided with the rising tidal wave of aggression. This aggression can take the form of teens with guns in school, which actually is not true, so stop all that. Road rage, where minor incidents end in stabbings and shootings, that definitely happens. Disgruntled ex-employers go postal and murder former coworkers. Yeah, there you go. That was a big one right there, huh? You think you found if you found this for free as a PDF online, you fucking lucked out. I paid way too much for this. It's called Pharmacist Desk Reference. It's 1,400 pages of material. Yeah, if you find it, do it for sure. Yeah. What's up, Percy? Hey, Robin, I'm gonna go get a. I don't like calling you Robin. Robin? Nah, I'm gonna stick breakdown going postal. Gotta get a beer. Get a big beer. I don't know if I'm gonna break down going postal. I don't know. It's a silly one. I would have to go in like a billion different directions with that. I think it would take too long. There'd be a simple way I could break it down. And that'd be too simplistic. And I think the easiest, funniest way to break that down is Larry David, um, who writes Curb Your Enthusiasm and also wrote Seinfeld. He used to talk about how his mother wanted him to become a postal worker. And I think there's something funny about who he is and how he is, and why it was a better idea for him not to go postal. One second, y'all. What are you doing, Doggo? Yeah, I don't think anybody chooses to go postal. There's a funny connection to a lot of things there. Maybe I'll do a whole video on that one. That's funny. I will do that for you. Love Kitesh though. Yeah. But the funny thing is there's this one post office worker that he has an Instagram. You should check him out. It's called like a mail what is it? It's a mailman or a postal worker and all the dogs that he meets that he plays with. So everybody that has a dog in their house and he plays with and he takes pictures of all the dogs that he meets. It's pretty awesome. It's the cutest thing ever. Speaking of, oh, the dog is. I love when Meatwad does this thing. She's like laying down and she's wanting my attention because I'm talking to you guys. And so she throws herself on the floor and then puts her paws up and she's like, it's so funny. She was taking a nap and then I walked to the kitchen. So she assumed I was getting her food because that's all she does. She just eats. She eats. Remember, I'm gonna change her name. Sirius, Dog Star, what are you doing? Well, that was her original name. I give her many names. Well, hey Percy, here's let me help you with that idea. Here's what's said by the magicians, and you're a magician, and you should know this already. That what you should do is you should write a letter. You know, you get somebody you don't like, or somebody you really like, or somebody whatever the idea is. You write it, and then you burn it, and it goes off into the ancestral the knowledge that it just goes out there. You know that thing. I'm not gonna get all extra with it, but you burn it, and you've written it, you said it, it's done. And you've relinquished yourself from all of those feelings because you wrote it down. It's kind of like texting an ex when you're drunk at like 2 in the morning. You're like, ah. But the best part is they don't get that stupid drunken text. It's like you write a letter to the. It's why like when people used to write into the media like they don't like the show. Well, you know what? They're gonna keep making the show. But the difference is, for them, the show is still on. If they just burnt it, then they would go, well, maybe the show will be on, maybe it won't, and they just stop watching it because they've already said what they've said their piece. But they think that if they write it and it goes to the show, that they get what they want. That's you see that there's a release for you and there's for them that's a gain. If they get that's like Howard Stern. Do you know like that's the most loved and hated show ever, right? Like, growing up in the 90s. Yeah. Howard Stern, 2000s Howard Stern. The master of media, right? People fucking hated that. They'll write in every day to NBC. They're writing every day to his show. And if they were just to burn that and stop listening to his show, that's the difference. And that's how people don't go postal. That's how people just use magic in their favor. And I'll further that. Love Katesh. Post office workers are hated by all dogs. I think majority of dogs do hate them because they're not friendly. They're not friends. You know. Now, deeper on that, is it because they're delivering bills and bad news? Is it because the owner is no? It's just because the post office worker is a sellout to a company and corporation of bullshit. So how much mail do you get that is actually important? 1% of it, maybe. Yeah, once in a while they deliver good news, but most of the time it's a bill. It's a fucking blah blah blah. It's like That's what your job is? You just deliver bad news? I don't know. I don't know, man. So I'm gonna give me another page. I'll read some more. I mean, I've what's funny is I've had friends that work for the post office. I've had friends that are name anything: firemen, police, post office, government employees, blah blah blah, like all that shit. People that work for the people that work for McDonald's, like whatever. It's all the same. There's not too many. See, the thing is, there's not too many businesses out there that are really really doing the good work of they're not spreading the word of Jesus Christ. And I've had friends that were devoted Catholics, Christians. Went from listening to white dude, went from listening to like NWA, the hardest, to listen to Christian rap, and Christianity was his only way of life. Whoo-wee. Anybody have any friends that are like very, very religious? You're like, ooh, yeah, I still love you as a human, but your mind's all fucking wacky. That's what I go. Excuse me, what did you say? I didn't burp. What are you talking about? Ah. Enjoy your dinner, Percy. So the rest of you, again, um, give me a. Let me go let this dog into the outside room. What's up, David Mannion? Give me a page, David Mannion. Give me a page number. I'm gonna read out this book. You can choose any number 1 through 500. I literally just opened the door for you. Now, don't get in my face right now. Don't get in my face right now. Hello, doggo. What are you doing? Hi. What are you doing? Go take a nap, dude. Relax. Hi. 432. Good number. Can you please stop staring at me? You're freaking me out. I gave you all the pettings. I already took you outside. What are you doing? Okay. Go lay down. Go lay down, big dog. Come on, big dog. Big dog, lay down. She's not listening. Oh, there she goes. Now she's gonna go back to the door that I just opened for her. 432 is the page. Let's see what do we have for you. Are we at okay. Here's the page. Divining as a principle. And because this is how I function in society. Wait, is my would you consider my living room society? Yeah, I am functioning well. I'm a high functioning autistic savant. I've been told that more than once. What book am I reading? There you go. This one right here. Encyclopedia of Whole Food Medicine, Pharmacist Desk Reference by Don Tolman. Hello, little something there. It's a rule you should never do that ever. But what's up, Moffam? This is a book. It's two books. It's a whole compendium of archaic knowledge from the catacombs of yesteryear. And here's the page you asked for, and I'm going to read the side. It says, "This above all, to find oneself be true, and it must follow as the night is to the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man." So says Shakespeare. Now here's the page. "I know that licensed nutritional experts like to think that they know everything about nutrition that there is to know. Well, get a grip. They just finished the analysis about 9 months ago of spinach, the chemical analysis. They found out that there are over 12,000 nutritional components that constitute a single leaf of spinach. Yes, you got that right. That one that you just bought in the grocery store. Hard to believe, but there's 12,000 chemical constituents. How many have they named and studied and believe that they know of the 12,000? Of the 12,000 within spinach, 151. 151 out of 12,000. And if you say any of the names and tell me what they do in a human body, please call me up and let me know at least how to pronounce them. But there it is, 151 out of 12,000 chemical constituents. And what? Somebody is a nutritional expert? Come on, you have no clue. Maybe it's time to lay down the weapons of war and begin to embrace the principles of health and life. And what are the principles of health and life? They are these. They are 7. I'm going to say them for you, and we're going to go back and talk about each one a little bit, okay? The principles of health and life that we can embrace, which all of science and collective of humanity experienced for thousands of years is saying is the way to prevent from getting disease and or put disease into remission. They are 1. Air. 2. Water. 3. Sunshine. 4. Walking. 5. Whole foods from a new whole food group from the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine in Washington, D.C., not the one brought to you by the Beef and Dairy Council. The new one at the top says Choose Health, and the new 4 food groups are fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and grains, and legumes. That's it. It's like, wait a minute, where's the beef? And then it's number 6, to avoid if you can, and or to heal toxic relationships, to get out of them. Studies have shown that loving relationships not only keep you healthy, they tend to extend your life. And the last one is passion. Number 7 is passion. Let's come back and talk about these for a moment. But before we do so, I recommend something. I remembered something that I should have told you about. And it is this. It's a symptomatic response mechanism. An example of just what I said, so you understand really what I was saying about a symptomatic response. One example that I like to share is the one dealing with the brain. The brain is 93% water. 93% water. You were designed by your very nature to have all the water in your brain. 3.5 of 4 pounds of liquid come running down the house and right out the front door and be replaced. New water every 24 hours. My little boy used to always say, "Hey, Daddy, what do you mean when you say we're peeing your brains out?" Yes, but it's true. You're peeing your brains out. So, I will just interject there and say, wouldn't drinking your piss be intelligent if your brains are intelligent? We have water on the brain. Doggone good thing. The brains lives, breathes, and then works on water. There's that page. Right on time. Timing is essential when you're doing this kind of work. I'll be back in a moment or two. I'm going to go piss into the well. I'd like to drink my piss right now. I ate a bunch of shit yesterday, and it's just not going to taste good. So I'm going to save. I'm going to put my piss back into the entire collective by pissing into the sink, which will then go into this, then go into the water, then go into the trees, and then go into the food that someone's eating tomorrow. That's what I do as a service, is I piss into the sink. And in case y'all didn't know, I am Illuminati. what, what a snarky, snide human I must be. Because I'm illuminated and I share my brightness and shine with all of you. That was just a little kicker for that. Oh, that is a book. That is a book. It has many more pages. Um, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do one of these things. Switch sides because I gotta plug my phone in. That is, if anyone here requires, requests me to speak upon any certain subject, I can do that for you happily and willingly. Or just give me a page number. It's that big. It's that big. Pick one of these pages. Here. We're going to do something really crazy. Pick a page, and I'm going to put my finger on it right now. And I guarantee it will be the page that you choose. Between 1 and 400. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. 369. Oh shit! I was at 261. I was wrong. 336. He said 69. Okay. Fasting. The words from Gaia. Is that what we're doing right now? Oh wait, we gotta go back a little farther. No, that's not. Soil to oils. Nice. This is a good one. This is one of my favorites. No, this is called this chapter here. Hold on a second. Make sure this is plugged in real quick. Okay, we're good. Shiver me timbers. This is called The Big Fat Lie, page 369. Simple systems turn into a whole new second career for most people. And here is the love me as I am lie. My weight is only the years catching up with me. I'll eventually be forced by my body and by my excessive weight to become physically dependent upon family or even state. And then what's the reality? This one works until someone your age, with all of your former characteristics and interests, shows up at your high school reunion looking and feeling 20 years younger than you. More and more scientists are confirming that truth, the most of the debilitating diseases of a generation, are diet and lifestyle related. That means we can do something about that. Hold on a second. I gotta adjust my screen here. There you go. All right. Is that what I do? This sometimes leads me to the disgusting lie, the lie of the family inheritance. I'm trapped in a body I am unable to control. I've inherited big bones. I've just got the wrong genes or a predisposition towards weight gain. In this, me is calling people fatties. You're a fat fuck. If I say that, is that abusive because I said it, or is it abusive because you abuse yourself to the point that you become a fat fuck? I'm interjecting here. That's the way I talk. That's my New York salty, saucy attitude. Even though there's a lot of salt, and sauce in New Orleans. Everybody doesn't like to say it. There's a lot of people. They put salt on their food. They put a lot of seasoning on it. But again, what is this in reality? The lie may work for you until you meet a member of your family with the same genes who has somehow successfully succeeded in attaining their ideal weight. And then there is this tragic lie, the I can't get no respect lie. It goes like this: I'm not a disciplined person, therefore I'm not worthy to have a slender, healthy body. Look at this slender, healthy body. See? Got on a shoulder roll, yo. I only deserve to hide in I only deserve to hide in ugly gray clothing. And I'm wearing black today. And I will tell you, against this here, if you want to wear black or gray, do it, because sometimes we all have gray days. We all got black days. We all just like wake up and we're just going, ugh, I'm not feeling okay today. Ugh, I did too much last night. We all do that. So be okay with that. So don't let this go too hard at you if you're a fat fuck. Not a fat ass. No, an overweight person. Thin people deserve better jobs. They deserve better pay, greater popularity. I only deserve to hide in ugly gray clothing or cosmic psychedelic clothing. You see, if I become a clown, I'm very clownish. Or a shy person. Oh, I'm so shy. I don't. Why am I doing this? Uh, Others won't notice my body. I'm morally unfit because I can't even control so a simple thing as my own weight. But what in reality is this? Self discipline and willpower usually have very little to do with being healthy and slim. Face it, you have believed the big fat lie and don't know how to chisel your way out of it. There is a way out, and we are only going to present you not only the chisel, but the velvet hammer that you're going to use. But first, let's talk about the devastating lie, the lie of looping again and again and again. It goes like this: my life is completely out of control because of my weight. I fear food. I hate food. I love food. I do horrible things to myself to get down a few pounds for the next social gathering, i.e., your wedding and whatever the fuck you're doing. I mean, which is obscene if you're getting married. That's obscene. Just love who you love. The only thing of value really in my life is the real me. My soul and my personality are the only things I need to take care of. I can only be worthy of doing these things by doing things for others. I'm forgetting about taking care of myself because they deserve it and I don't. Food is my only comfort. I deserve some comfort at least, don't I? And what's the reality behind the lie? It's a vicious cycle. It's been said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Stop. Think. Take a moment to reflect, to see the insanity of weight loss industry and its products. It is insanity and it's getting worse. It's not getting better. The cycle has been broken before. Untold damage is done, not only to this generation, but to the next one as well. Our children and grandchildren are counting on us to stop the brain sick, frantic compulsion of the weight loss industry. You see, over $200 million is spent every 8 hours. I'm going to repeat that because I don't think you understand the significance of what I'm saying here. You see, over $200 million is spent every 8 hours. So if I turn that into a day, that'd be $600 million every day. $600 million every day. Ugh. And that's just in the US alone. On miracle weight loss, band-aid, miracle products, and support systems. And the reality is, we're getting fatter as a nation. I mean, I'm not gonna say I am. I just ride the wave, homie. Just gotta ride the wave. You can be happy, you can be sad, you can be fat, you can be skinny. And when you take off these little white lies that up to a big fat lie, you take the laser's knife of illumination, doo-doo, and slice through it. What are you finally left with? You're left with an age-old wisdom and a confirmation of today's science that gives you a very clear picture of what the solution is. It has nothing to do with anything other than understanding, snacking on whole foods, and drinking water until you're into your ideal weight. That's all you need to do. Eat good food, drink clean water, have good friendships, get some sunshine, walk around, move, do all that shit. That's health. I mean, I'm not calling myself the healthiest person. I don't think there is a healthiest person. Although, in those fucking stupid communities, there was a person. Uh, that every year that is called the healthiest person on the planet, and all they do is eat whole foods. Eh, sometimes you gotta eat carcasses. Sometimes you have to eat death. So I agree with that 92.6%. You ain't gonna be the healthiest person sitting at a fucking barbecue. If you invited the barbecue, you better fucking eat the goddamn barbecue. You don't go there and be like, I'm a vegan. I can only eat the. Did that? Did don't put my pineapples on the same barbecue that you grilled the turkey on. What the fuck are you talking about? Just eat the fucking food. It's food. Eat it. Eat it. This is why people don't go to the barbecue because they won't eat the food. Why those? Why don't black crack? I mean, there is some obviously, but this is why people ain't invited to the barbecue. Because you're not gonna eat the food because you're vegan. You're vacant of soul because you don't know how to eat. Eat right means eat pretty healthy all the time, but if we're gonna have a cookout, let's eat. Let's cook out, man. Uh, eh, hey, Angie, weren't we talking about that earlier? That you need because you're a lime and you need that coconuts, coconut. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. There's a reason that there's a reason that white girls aren't attracted to me. For the most, I mean, I've dated a lot of white girls, probably the majority, but like, there's a reason I like melanated women and melanated women like me. There's something going on there. There must be a reason. It's not just because like my parents are racists and they hate black people and never date a white man. That's more than that. It's there's something in the DNA that says bind, come together, create a new generation, a new generation. It's of higher order. I mean, what is that? Is it just because I have the DNA of the gods? I don't know. I think some people out there know, and I know people that are not godlike, that are not. I, I could tell you a very, very interesting story, but how to see? I try to tell stories in a way to not throw anybody under the bus. This is why I always don't like why talk about people. I like if I ever talk about a person, it's because they're already a popularized being, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about their ideals. So I only talk about ideas. I don't talk about people. Talking about people is fucking lame. It's very silly. Even if I have a problem, like people think I have a problem with a singular person. No, I have a problem with the way that their mind works. Does having freckles count? I was talking to somebody yesterday. I got a bunch of new freckles on my arm here, and I was like, I think I'm coming down with I'm coming down with a bad cancer. I was really funny because there was like two freckles like that I didn't see on my person before. Like I know where I got the freckles, and I was like, no, freckles is good. Freckles is why red-haired people with freckles are the best because they're actually very melanated. They're the albino. They're the albino ones, which are actually probably the forefathers to the melanated race, because they normally have the bright blue eyes. Uh, they say they don't get melanated. No, they get spotty melanated. So if you have a freckle, that's melanation, but it's occurring in one singular location on your skin. I can get a really good tan, but I do have a lot of freckles. It just okay. There's like 20 right there. There's a couple over here, right? Why is that? Why would the body produce melanation in singular points? Because that's what it is, right? I mean, we can see that it's brown, so there's melanation there. What is that? So why do red? So you got red-haired people that are very white, that just they don't accept the sun very well. And then you have red-haired people that have blue eyes and freckles, but they have all the features: larger nose. Their eyebrow ridge is a little different. They grow hair differently. Yeah. Andrew, freckles and big eyes. You gotta see. I close mine. I probably got more Asian eyes and more melanated other things, but yeah, melon ate it. Yeah, that might even be and junipers. That might even be something. If you make the connection between watermelon and black people loving watermelon, it's a melon. So if you get enough water, because a melon is good for breasts and good for your skin because there's 98% of it is water. And it's good for your brain too. This is why you got a melon. Connect the dots. Dots. Dot. Connect the dots. I'm a doll baby. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you're you said Andrew, you said freckles and big eyes. The big eyes are different. There's a movie called Big Eyes. Isn't it called Big Eyes? It just came out like last year. It's kind of cartoonish, but this girl who has these giant eyeballs. Well, I mean, there's a couple movies about that kind of idea. Huh? Is that what it's called? Anybody want to help me with that? If you're in here, David Robinson, Reclaim Your Sovereignty. I don't know. I'll check it out. Pinkies up, Buttercup. Yeah, we started the show about, and I still really want to know why I get this really crazy crease right here. I think it's because I sleep on that side, and I haven't done anything about it. But uh, it's kind of. There we go. We're good now. It's right there. I get this little curl right there. I don't know what that's about. Percy like melons. I like melons and big butts. Yeah. So here's a question for Juicy. Yeah, Juicy. I like, you know, if you got to do with one or the other, if you could have D cups and a flat ass, or A cups and a fat ass, I don't think there's a question that you take the fat ass. You take a fat ass and smaller tits. You have to. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I think most younger dudes, because you can see a girl wearing tight jeans, right? So you see ass all day. It's attractive, but you don't know what's going on with them titties, yo. They can wear all sorts of different clothes. So it's kind of like, but naked body, I'm taking fat ass and small tits. I mean, it is. But I'm giving. Come on, we gotta play with this. If you gotta pick one or the other, I mean, I'm gonna take B cups and a fat ass and thick thighs, rather than like huge titties and like lack of ass and lack of thighs. It's not really. Let me get that three piece. Look at that. I don't know out there where you live in, man. I mean, if you go to the corner store, Do you order the you order the dark meat, the light meat? Can you order the three piece? I want them. I want the thighs. I want that thigh. Or do you want the breast? Do you want the white breast meat? I want that right. I want the dark meat. That's how you order it. I need to lower the tone. I need to lower the tone. What? Oh, it's an hour. It's 2 hours in here. I can. What have I said? What did I say? This was a learning. This was learning. We'll cut that part out. We'll just cut that out. Back again. We're not talking about chicken, ass, thighs, breast meat. We're not talking about any of that. You can go ahead and kill all the chickens you want and ask for breasts and thighs at your local store. But if I say breast or thighs, somehow it's an abusive comment, right? Excuse me, girl. Let me see your breast meats. Oh no, I was ordering from the chicken line over here. Can I get the white meat, the dark? Can I get the tender, delicious? Now I'm gonna go on about this. You know you can't tell me not to do something because I'm gonna do it more because it makes it funny. Anyways, hey guys, give me another page in this book and we'll read from this. You see how we can go from me scribing out of my mind to scripture, the holy golden word of the Biblica Encyclopedia, um, number 1 through 400. I mean, yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, we already did this, Percy. We just did this. I'm not going to read it again. Percy, Leon, Leo, are you alive? What are you doing? I already did this. Didn't you already tell me the last time to do that? No, I'm not going to do it again. I could pull another book out, the cupboard over there. I could go to the I could go to the I go to the place, the unspeakable. I could go to unspeakable places and find a new book. Am I only talking to you right now? See, the other 10 people in here ain't jumping in, saying anything. Eh, sit here and oh, Jay Marley. Of course, I don't mind people lurking in the background. I was just trying to read out something because I didn't really have any new ambitions of things to say. Hello, Matthew James Maxwell. We're gonna read page 234 out of the book called The Pharmacist's Desk Reference. 234 it is. What's this going on here? Ooh, no boundaries. Wow, this one's. Let me get a drink here. I'm gonna box this up somehow. This is called No Boundaries. To kill an American is to kill your own kind. You probably missed it in the rush of the news, but there was actually a report that someone in Pakistan had published in a newspaper an offer for a reward to anyone who killed an American, any American. So an Australian dentist wrote the following: "Let everyone know what an American is, so they would know when they found one. An American is English or French or Italian or Irish or German or Spanish or Polish or Russian or Greek. An American may also be Canadian, Mexican, African, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Australian, Iranian, Asian, Arab, Pakistani, or Afghani. The American may also be Cherokee, Osage, Blackfoot, Navajo, Apache, Seminole, or any of the other tribes known as Native Americans. An American is Christian or could be Jewish, he could be Buddhist, he could be Muslim. In fact, there are more Muslims in America right now than in Afghanistan. The only difference is that in America they are free to worship as each of them choose freely. An American is also free to believe it has no religion, for that he will answer only to God, not only the government, not to the government, not to the thugs claiming to speak for the government of God. As lives an American lives in the most prosperous land in the history of the world. The root of the prosperity can be found in the Declaration of Independence, which recognizes the inalienable rights of each person to the pursuit of happiness. Now, I'm going to remind people that the word America or American means rich. Rican means rich. Ame means soul, so American means rich soul. As an American is generous, Americans have helped out just about every other nation in the world in their time of need. And when Afghanistan was overrun by the Soviet army 20 years ago, Americans came with arms and supplies to enable the people to win back their country. As the morning of September 11th, Americans had given more than any other nation to the poor in Afghanistan. Americans welcomed the best products, the best books, the best music, the best food, the best athletes, but they also welcomed the least. The national symbol of America, the Statue of Liberty, welcomes your tired and your poor, the wretched refuse of the teeming shores, the homeless and the tempest tossed. These, in fact, are people that built America to be what it is. Some of them were working in the Twin Towers on the morning of September 11th, earning a better life for their families. Now, I disagree with this dumb shit that he's saying right here because nobody was in those fucking towers that day. So I'm going to just skip over that dumb, stupid. There's in the other word. Thank you for pointing that out there, Junipers. There's two words: inalienable and unalienable. I believe in unalienable, not inalienable. You can't alienate. Inalienable is in something. Unalienable is the correct term, but they tricked you, and this is two trickery words. Even though he knows what he's saying, he's fucked two things up. So you can try to kill an American if you must. Hitler did. Not true again. So here's another bullshit statement. Hitler didn't kill anybody. He was a product of the CIA, the KGB, the whole system produced some guy, probably Charlie Chaplin, or some other dude to put his who has a mustache like that? Who has ever had a mustache? Ever in the history of the world had that mustache? Him and Michael Jordan. I'm telling you for a fact. Go watch the commercial. Go look it up right now. Michael Jordan with a fucking Hitler mustache. It exists. No one's ever tried that. Never tried it because it's silly. Probably look good on him. He's got a good nose for it. That's it right there. Hitler didn't exist. Not like that. So did General Zhao and Stalin and Mao Zedong and every bloodthirsty tyrant in the history of modern man. Again, a falsity, and I can't believe I'm reading this. Because these people are figments of your imagination that somebody wrote down and so you believed it. Oh, it was on TV, you believe it. Never happened. Never happened. Never in a million fucking years that should happen. But in doing so, you would be just by killing yourself because Americans are not a particular people from a particular place. They are an embodiment of the human spirit of freedom. Everyone holds to them. Everyone holds to that spirit everywhere. Is an American. True Americanism has no borders, boundaries, or intolerances. That I agree with. The last piece I don't agree with. And because I'm an American, apparently, I ain't an American. Somebody said that to me earlier. I said something that, American? What the fuck are you talking about? I was making a joke about something. I'm a fucking god living on Earth in a human body. That's what I am. I'm not American. I'm not Canadian. I'm not Mexican. I'm not Jewish. I'm not. It doesn't matter to me. I'm some guy walking around, drinking beers, talking to people, educating them when I can. That's all it is. Thank you, Juniper and Lion Abel. Yes, unalienable. What's up, Matthew? What are you doing, man? What's going on? Debauchery, my favorite pastime. Debauchery is a fucking, it's a good pastime to have. It's a good current time to have. And I'm going to continue on with my road to redemption through debauchery. How do you feel about that? Take that one. Well, I'm so glad you guys didn't have to smell that. Because that was yesterday's burger sandwiches. Redemption. Isn't that a song by Bob Marley? Redemption song. Is that right? Is that right? I don't know. I still am trying to get this to curl correctly. I need some shea butter for this shit. I don't know. It's gotta just I think it's because I do this. It's probably because I do this too much that I'm bending that in. I don't know. I did just trim my beard though. If y'all can't tell. Yeah, the aroma of Yester burger sandwiches. I was like, oop. Oh yeah, I definitely ate those three things yesterday. Ordered sandwich after sandwich. I could probably curl it the other way. I could probably. But I don't know how long that would last. I don't know if the memory will be held in there. You know what I'm saying? If I turn the hair that way, it will work for a couple days. But will it work? Will it work the next as my hair keeps growing out? Hmm. I'm just gonna keep doing this until somebody another page, or should we talk about random shit, or give me another book? This is like, do you remember when you were in if you're from the states, when you were in I don't know like junior high, elementary, you could call up the library and there'd be somebody that would read a book. You'd be like 1-800 library, and they'd be like, "Hi, welcome. I'm a eighth grade student. I'm gonna read you a story." It's basically like that, except for it's me. I'm doing it and it's now, and you get to watch me actually do it. How cool is that? Another page. You just gotta pick it. Hey, MOF radio. I got a Moffam radio. I've always been curious as to do you play music? Do you have a radio station? Is this like I don't even know what like I like to say mofo radio because I think you're a motherfucker, in the best ways. But read your palm. I can read your psalms. I could probably. Not very good at it. I would have to resort to looking at a book to tell you, but there's a few things I can tell how to people palms. I don't read palms too much because they usually miss when they swing at me with their whoosh. People read my palms all the time. Whoosh, whoosh. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, I'll read your hey, Percy. I'll read your palm 46 too. How's that? Is that a good answer? Percy, I'll read your palm 46 too. Let me see if I have a I don't you know what's funny? As I used to have a Bible around and a Quran, and I don't now, but I need to go get a Bible and a Quran so I can just pull it off the shelf and be like, here's the Bible verse 46 too. Do I not? I don't have one, do I? No. I don't even know why I'm looking. I know I don't have one up there. The Bible did me the only service the Bible did for me was to just go, yeah, but I read the Bible too. Like you're just cherry picking. People that read the Bible that use it as some sort of
authorship, they cherry pick what they want. They're not using it as they're not using it as a true authentication device. What does that mean? Because they're reading it like topically, and they go, "Oh, I know where that says." Yeah, motherfucker, I could tell you the opposite of that every time. If you say something from the Bible, I'll tell you the opposite thing, and I'll find the chapter. Here we go. Oh, is it called a chapter? I don't know what do you call in the Bible? I don't know. But apparently, Jesus said this. Whoa, did Jesus say everything? Was it God's words or Jesus' words, or was it Matthew talking about how Jesus? One day Jesus said this. Well, that was dude 1,000 years ago said about motherfucker that did this shit, and it was. But I was there. I was there. And I'll write it, and then somebody will write it down because I said it, and they'll write it down, and they're gonna print it, and somebody's gonna copyright that, and then somebody else gonna write it again, and then it's 2020 right now, and we reading out the motherfucking Bible over here that somehow has never been mistranslated not once ever, unless it was my fucking words. Wait, did I say that or did the Bible say that? Nah, Jesus said that. No, God said that. God was Jesus. Jesus is God. Who the fuck cares? Jesus Christ, you dumb motherfuckers. That's how I'm just like I just can't understand people that just be really. I had somebody walk to me one day. I had a staff in my hand, a staff with the fucking. Oh, it was a big old. It was wood staff. I don't know. It was a head. And I was wearing a tunic. I wear a tunic because I'm comfortable in it. It was a golden tunic. I had my hair down, walking around, and this woman walks by me and has the audacity to turn around and says, "Excuse me, um, are you a warlock?" You already know where the story is going. So she sat down with me and we had coffee. And she tried to hit me over the head with her Bible and tried to abuse me and tell me I was a bad person. It was the most hilarious thing because she was doing it in God's name, in God's word, in the Bible's tongue, sitting down while I'm having coffee, after accusing me of being a warlock, which she might have been right, but didn't make her not an asshole. So if someone comes across you with the Bible calling you an asshole, they're the asshole. Does anybody get that? I didn't walk up to her and be like, "Excuse me, why are you walking around with a Bible smashing people in the face with it?" She said, "I've noticed that your garb suggests to me that you are certainly, sir, come from the underbelly, the underpinnings of the world, and you're part of Moloch's creed that says you're not fit to think like you do. I'm here to resolve your issues by giving you the Bible, which will give you everything that you need to know in the world." And that's what she did. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm. Sit down and have some coffee. Have a spot of coffee. Is there any sugar in there? Oh, there's sugar in there. Sugar cane, right? Cain and Abel. Remember how Cain? So you don't eat sugar. It's in your Bible there. Don't fuck with Cain. Because I'm motherfucking Cain. Cain. I just don't get people sometimes. I just don't understand their value system. I don't understand why they would. The proclivity to interpret my belief system by the way that I stand. I'm okay with that. Hey, give me 1 second because I have to go and I can hear it. Oh. If I open the door and leave the air conditioning on, water kind of leaks out because there's a condensation that occurs. So I'm gonna go mop that up real quick. Hold on 1 second. What have you done, yeah? What have you done, sir? You've you've made a mess. Oh, much better now. Closing the door.
Okay, back to this.
Did you guys enjoy that, by the way? Was any of that was any of that enjoyable for any of you? Ah, welcome back. Oh, and now that I've done that, I have to pee because I could hear the thing. It's right there. Like there's my air conditioner is like right above my front door, and it drops a little bit of water now and then. And now I have to pee. You know how that like suggestive thing? You have to pee now, sir. Yes, I will pee. Thank you for reminding me that I would also enjoy to pee. And I'll see you guys in 1 minute and 32 seconds. And if you have any ideas of a page number or a new book or a topic for me to talk about, I'm happy to do it. Welcome back. Welcome back, Cotter. Anybody remember that? I never watched it. I just know the reference. Waiting instructions, master. What must I do? Ki- the kiwi succulents? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar. Hello, dog. What do you require? Come on, go lay down. Go. Lay down, puppy. Here's instructions. Go lay down. Please find yourself a comfortable environment. There you go. And here's a pillow. the the Percy, which what's the army you were army, is that it? Yeah. You were army brat, or just you got into the army? Hilton Hotima. Yeah, I could do that. Give me a second. Let me find. Here we go. Got you. Leggy. So now I would think leggy would mean army, which would be. You want to talk about Allah? Arm, leg, arm, head. So the arm is the army. The legs would be. So the Navy is sea, and then you got the Marines. So you Marine? Marines. Marines would be leggy, right? Am I off base here? I'm just uh p- parano eh? Oh man, I didn't mean to cause you that. We're here to relieve your distractions. This is our goal. We're gonna give you some Hilton Note team right now. Oh, you know what I did some research the other day on Jito Krishnamurti and UG Krishnamurti. That was a fun one. Anybody know the difference? UG and um, I think UG stands for the utter gentleman. And I think Jido, Jido, Jido. How would you say? I always want to pronounce it. I want to do something funny with my tongue. And go Jidu. Is that right? Or is it Jidu? Or is it judo? Like, is it judo? Yeah, Percy. I mean, I don't come from the background of any of the like I'm in service to all. I'm in service to one, in service to all. But the whole the those things like you were in. I don't know that. I don't. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to decode it if I can, but I don't. I don't know what you're saying. We're gonna go with Hilton Hotima, which is 88. Um, Hilton Hotima. Which one do you want? There's a lot of really good books that I put people on this. The Secrets of Regeneration, maybe. Oh, similar. Oh yeah. So you just know because you know. But I literally thought you were in the services. I thought you know you didn't tell me before that you were like army or something. No. I know you do. I know you know people like that, and then like you got the BMX type and all that shit. You want the hey David Manning, you want the it says bro PDF. Let's go with the first one here. The Wisdom of the Ages, a course of study in immortality, which I find a very funny. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. The art of signals. Yeah. I can code switch through things, but some of it I just don't know. So what you're saying, I'm not very familiar with. Kingdom of Heaven, Tetragrammaton, read those. Higher Consciousness is good. Oh, this is not giving me words. I want a book because this has to do with the immortal cell and like how the first cell that created you can't find and you can't destroy and you can't create, which is why Hilton Otima is 88 and time travel is connected to going 88 miles an hour in a Back to the Future kind of shit, Lightworkers Media. Oh man, that's so funny. Lightworkers Media. One time they featured one of my least awesome works. They're like, hey, we posted we posted one of your videos on our. I was like, cool. I was like, I've done cooler things than that. Fucking, why put that on there? It's like, all of the things you do in your life, there could be like your best of the works, and nobody recognizes it and sees it. And then the worst ones they'll find. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was good. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. It wasn't this. Uh, it wasn't that. Here's Hilton Otima. I think this is the Magic Temple. Guys, got to give me a second over here. Um, Here you go. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do it this way. Here you go. This is from Hilton Hotima. Let's see. I'm going to pass the forward. Oh, huh. This is giving me a lot of fucking special notice. No, I don't know this. Trying to fuck. Okay, creation is perfection. Perfection correspondence would be perfect life. Were there no changes in the environment, but such as the organism had adapted changes to meet, and were it never to fail in the efficiency with which it met them, there would be eternal existence and eternal knowledge. And that was a quote by Herbert Spencer. Ancient tradition informs us that man was perfect when he first appeared in the visible world and was was sustained by the atoms in the air he inhaled, which means he was an atomic Atman of sorts, where he didn't require physical objects to make his body produce itself. He is he inhabited in a garden of fruits and streams, but was free of all bodily appetites, and had no desire to taste the fruit or to at quaff the water. Quaff the water? It immediately makes me want to say queef. I don't know why. It's probably the spelling. When ready to pass onto their spiritual realm, it was a gentle slumber. Man silently slipped out of his body through the functus frontals as a flash of etheric light that can only be seen by a true clairvoyant. Hotima eats fruits such as oranges, grapefruit, avocados, papayas, tomatoes, apples, bananas, and all fruits in season. He never drinks water, nor does he touch grain products. He only eats when he is hungry and has no regular meals. Know thyself, and thou wilt know the universe and the God. Inscription of the Temple of Delphi. It's not giving me any more. Oh, maybe. Oh, Corinthians. There we go. Galatians. Let's see. I got scrolling through this. It's funny because as I'm reading this, I see pictures and it's all a bunch of fucking white dudes with stupid hats on. I'm wondering where are all the melanated folks? Where are the women? I'm not trying to hang with a bunch of fucking white dudes. White dudes in black suits. No. Where's all the mama earth energy? I'm done with this. Done with it. I mean, he's not wrong with what he's saying. I just can't read it right now. It's not. Percy, I hear you what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I've always known who you were. I'm no, slum drum idiot bum. It's just more fun to have fun with fun, you know? Life is but a dream, huh? I would dream it to be around common minds and good folk, as it were. Once in a great blue moon, there was a man who sung a tune, and out of his mouth came things from the north and the south. But if you were to question him, he would have nothing to say. Come on, throw me some drama. I'll go ask your baby's mama and tell you why this guy, in his right eye or his left one, only knows things that are underneath the sun. Come on, test me, rude one. The slumber is slain, and I'm a genius, a magician. Call me David Blaine. I'm over there. I'm over here. I've got straight eyes for the queer. It's a poem that somebody. There you go. There's some random poetry for the day. every day, I'm still trying to decipher what year means, what month means, what day means, what un momento, like a moment, a minute, a second, a first, a now, and a then, and then over there. I'm trying to decipher all that. Every single moment of my life. That's what I try to decipher. And I realize most of the time, It's undecipherable. It's not. You can't figure out where someone's been, where they're going, and what they are right now. Everybody is a. You can figure out who's stagnant. There's stagnant creatures, and those are the dead ones, right? So when you talk about the Day of the Dead and the this whole, it's always been forthcoming apocalypse, and there's all of these. What's the movie? They Live. We talked about this the other day. There's just all of these people walking around just completely doing the same thing. Like that's cool, but what are they doing? I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're not doing something, but I don't think the people that are doing something, I think they're doing something in the, it's kind of like, let me try to say it this way, if you can understand it, if you can qualify it, if you can understand it, and all those words, right? The people that are on the new age shit, and everybody knows new age shit. It's a vegan, got no hand, blah, 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 all that. That's the same thing as the old age shit, which is religious fundamentalism, which is the same people doing things day to day. They're not doing something new. They're speaking like half the shit that I do. I read out of a book from some guy, some woman. There's a lot of really great authors from many eras, from many traditions that I'm just repeating. There's not much new I'm doing. There's nothing new under the sun, as it were. I mean, I try to do it my own way, and I think most people should try to do that because it's a little more entertaining, and it kind of, that's my pastime. That's how you pass time. If some people want to go and just go, America's favorite pastime, hitting a ball. Is golf officially an Irish, English, Welsh, American? Where do they come up with that? It was probably in Ireland, right? Like what? But baseball? Ugh, it's Scottish. Thank you. I thought it was somewhere around there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not from there. I mean, that's probably part of my heritage. I was told. Uh, Scottish, English, that shit. I say Welsh because it's funny to say, and everybody out Welsh, these fucking Welsh. You Scottish? So is it the Irish or the Scottish that hate the Welsh? And does Welsh have anything to do with wealth? Skittish, the Skittish. Yeah, I don't know the deviation there. It's kind of like as an American, and I've lived in many different places, right? I've lived up and down the coast, across the country a little bit, so I get the difference in tonality, dialects, behaviors, blah blah blah. But if you think America, you think probably, if you've never been here, you probably think New York. Maybe you don't think like, hey, fucking New York, all that. We looking for the pizza, and you might think Chicago-ish because of some shows you watch, but there's a giant array of people within what you call America, right? And when I think of Irish, I know there's Celtic, Scottish, Irish, English. There's this some sort of like thing there, and I don't know which one is which. I mean, when you meet him, it's kind of like Gaelic and all of that. And then you got like Conor McGregor is the big one right now, right? Conor McGregor. So if I put the TV on, I'm gonna go. That represents Ireland, right? That represents the whole lot of you, right? Oh, no one hates the Welsh. No shit. Okay, Scottish don't hate the Welsh, but they hate the English. Yeah, I mean, English speakers or the English attitude. Let's try to develop this. The English speakers and the English attitude. Like I don't speak English. Most people go like, "The fuck is he talking about?" I speak perfect language. When I'm saying something, um unless I'm fucking around or drunk or something, I certainly know what I'm saying. but there's a guttural tone to certain people. You got that Jersey kind of attitude, which influences their speech patterns. English hate the Irish, and vice versa. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, I must have some Irish blood in me because English spoken folk don't like me at all. If they're prim proper teacups and I mean, I could speak their language with no problem. I could put a suit and tie on and do the thing they do, but it's like, what do you race? Ugh. I like, that's my favorite thing to do now. Ugh. What are they talking about? I think there's a reason that, the British, English, American Tea Party thing where the people came over here to get away from the Lord, the King, the Queen. The people still think the Queen is a thing. That old crusty bitch. That's your queen out there. Ooh, if that's your queen, man, I can only imagine people that would. That's my, that's that's my queen. Okay, here's the story. Go watch Coming to America. You want me? Yeah. I mean, how much of it is real? I mean, it is real that people do watch the shit. It is real that there's some old woman thing that lives in a castle that was from an old empire. There is that. Is she a immortal vampire esque type witchy lizard thing? I don't know. Like that. That's all. That's all. That's all hearsay. I don't care. I'm just saying where I am. Like, do you think anybody here would just be like, "That's the Queen of England"? Welcome. If I'll tell you this much, I give you 100% fact check on this. Go check it out. Would the Queen of England? Can the Queen of England come to New Orleans? She would be. She would be. Go walk. Tell her to walk by herself through any of the boroughs, any of the boroughs of New York City. Tell her to come through any of. They would treat her kindly and respectfully, not because she's the Queen of England, because she's an old woman. There's a difference. People just prostrate and because no, she doesn't know shit. She doesn't do shit. The Queen is my mother. Here's your page. You want a page 13? This is an interesting one. 13. Here it is. Here's what you asked for. Yeah, 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 yeah. I hear you there, man. Percy, let me finish this before I go to page 13. Um, Coming to America is a great movie, and I heard there was going to be another one. I could be wrong. It could just been some chitter chatter, but English don't really do themselves favors when overseas. They seem to have little respect for their See, when I go to different places, like the first thing you do is go, "Wow, what a magical new place." New bar, new restaurant, new whatever. But if it sucks, it sucks. You know, that's just my general attitude. Like I would not have this place in my new world. But if it's color, like I've walked into really nice restaurants and I was not welcome there. Like what did I do wrong? I just walked in. I've got my tickets. I've got the money. You know, at least if you walk into like a dive bar, you just walk in there and everybody's the same. This is why there's dive bar people, which is means you go there and it's all on the table. Everything's fine. We talk about our day. Everything's fucked up. Everything's good. Ah, hey, here's a joke. Let's go play some pool. There's fucking shit all over the place. That's cool. But you go to these fine dining establishments, that seems to me to be more English. We must be this proper. Or we're gonna go back to the times that there was welcome monkeys with AIDS. Monkeys with AIDS? What are you talking about? Because they're scientific people. Just oh shit, they have monkeys and AIDS. And here's page 13. Speaking of monkeys with AIDS, it's called Whole Foods versus Supplements. This is the chapter. The FDR, which is this book, Pharmacist Desk Reference, is a cornucopia of healing foods, and this is just the beginning. You're about to learn how delicious whole foods can be, not just rabbit food. Slash killer, and let's go to the good part here. Prevent cancer with strawberries. Here's one example. A compound called ellagic acid is one of the most potent cancer nutrients Mother Nature ever created. Studies demonstrated that if any of you have cancer cells anywhere in your body and you may not know it, the ellagic acid ferociously removes them, helping your immune system out by shutting off their ability to multiply. But you must get it from food, not a bottle. There's just one problem. Ellagic acid cannot be absorbed by the human bloodstream very well, so it does you no good to take it in tablet form. You have to eat the foods that have it, such as strawberries, raspberries, and a handful of other delectable delights. Way better than pills, huh? When you eat these luscious fruits and unleash the mighty nutrient throughout your bloodstream, it helps to vanquish cancer cells on contact. You must get it from food, or you go unprotected. Here's another example. Science has shown that beta carotene to be Mother Nature's wonder drug from the most feared disease of our ages, including cancer, heart disease, and stroke. Beta carotene, which is found in abundance in brightly colored vegetables like carrots, pumpkins, sweet potatoes, and red peppers, is connected to the color orange and orange foods. People who regularly eat even small amounts of these foods almost unbelievably protect themselves from cancer, heart disease, and stroke. For example, the large-scale Harvard study just found that eating one carrot a day can cut your can cut your risk of stroke by an astonishing 68%. There's just one catch. If you want beta carotene's magnificent protection against killer diseases, you must get it from carrots, not from other foods rich in beta carotene, not from beta carotene supplements that you buy in food stores or your favorite multi MLM company. New research has shown that not all carotene cell. Yeah, okay, whatever. We got this. We got this, motherfucker. Okay, enough. Yeah, just eat food, dude. Eat food. Drink good beverages. Make it acid. Make it alkaline. Drink to your health. Eat to your health. Have relationships to your health. What more do people want? I don't get it. People find a way to be pissed, but if you're pissed, drink that. Yeah, Percy. A large group of young Englishmen. I thought English was the proper language. I mean, computer code is written in it. We're all speaking in it. Even if you go to Japan, everyone speaks English. So the Englishman. Oh, hey, Percy, did I put you on to this the other day? It's so beautiful. And this is for everybody else too, because I would love to play it, but as you know, I cannot do this. Uh, Look up NPR, Tiny Desk, and then Sting and Shaggy. Yeah, Sting. That dude from that band and Shaggy. NPR. Hey Percy. Yeah, hey Leo. Listen to this right now, and then get back to me because it's so good. The first song is so lovely, and I want to play this right now for everyone, but I can't do it. Um, there's certain abstracts that don't allow my channel to do these things, so I could play a piece of it, but NPR, Sting, Stinger, and Shaggy, that dude. And watch the first song. It's so good. It's so good. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do. I did this yesterday. I'm gonna do it again today. As long as I can find my remote control. What have I done with this? Have I made a mess? Have I made a mess of everything? The best thing about making a mess, the best thing about making a mess is you can always clean it up. And that's why we make messes, because we're good at cleaning them up. We're good at building castles, knocking down sandcastles, rebuilding them, and inside of our sandcastles, having a party, and then cleaning up afterwards. That's. Come on now. This is this is what's going on over here. Must replug the system in. Oh, I did it last night too. That's so awesome. Cool, man. Cool. So last night, after hanging out, I I couldn't find my remote control. It was probably in like my cushion or whatever. It's like the only thing I could do is unplug my TV, and so I unplugged my TV, and now it's not working. Come on, hold on a second here. There we go. It's working now. It's working. I think. I think. We'll see. Anybody? Have you ever do that? I'm going to put this song on. As soon as I put the song on, you guys got to listen too. You guys probably already got the song on, so you probably not listening to me. But if you are still listening to me, just have a favor and put on your YouTube. And man, maybe I'll just put it on here. Maybe easier. Let's see. NPR Tiny Desk Concert. And we're going to listen to Shaggy. Shaggy and Stinger. And I will have to pause this. Well, I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to put it on mute. Hmm. Oh, there's so many good songs. I wish just that I could download all of my uh like just what I know into everyone's mind. It just doesn't work that way. It makes it more fun this way because I can go through all of this. Here we go. All right, you guys, NPR, Sting and Shaggy. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Unmuted. Uh, Juniperus, your question still stands. And do you think foods grown now are deficient nutrient? No, I don't think so. Let me explain this. Uh, if the food grows and it's an orange, and you have an orange, it's not apples and oranges, it's an orange and an orange. We're going to do that. Yes, certainly in certain climates, the orange will grow to be sweeter and the nectar and the fruit will be more, but it's still an orange. We ain't talking about apples. You talking about practice? You talking about practice? You talking about practice? This is Allen Iverson. I'm gonna give you Allen Iverson. You talking about practice? Practice is trying to compare anything to anything that isn't itself. Practice? I will tell you, Allen Iverson never won a championship, not due to his own incompetencies, which was shooting 40% rather than being, shooting 50%, because that's, you know, if you shoot 30 shots in a game, that's 6 points. You miss six. If you lost 100 to 98, you would have won if you were shooting as a professional, not practice. This is practice. Still oranges, still one of the best basketball players ever. But I'm not gonna take him on my team. Never take Allen Iverson on my team. Still an orange, still a professional basketball player, still that. There's more sunlight some places, and there's less sunlight other places. And those sunlight rays give you a certain type of energy. And that energy is, there it is right there, you see? See how that is? It gives you something else. It gives you a little more, nutrition is correlated between water and sunlight, afflicting, giving energy. So you have a vessel which is water, and then the information construct which is the light. That's the thing. So so here's another overrated basketball player. I hate to say it. Carmelo Anthony, Allen Iverson, magical. But they were born in the North. They lived in the North. Their sunshine reference is not the same. They don't have the extra, the extra thing that if you go and pick your own fruit, can you go to a citrus factory? Can you go to a place that grows citrus fruit if you live in, say, Boston? Can't do it because citrus fruit doesn't grow there. If you come to the South, you'll find trees and you can go pick it for yourself. You can go pick the things that you want. Now, what they did with all of the teams in any major sport league, they take things that came from the South and bring it to the North, and they put a stadium around them. So the fruit that you're getting is nutritionally advised. Water is our cellular structure. We are made of water. Water. It's our body. And then there's information that is given to us through the sun. We can get it through going and standing in the sun. We can get it by eating the right foods. Sometimes those foods are actually animals. For all you people that are full, but it just depends where you live. Because if you can't get the sunshine in the north, like the very far north, you're in Alaska, you got to eat whale blubber. Because that's the density of all of the information that's come down through all of the sunshine into If you can catch a whale, you've done something. You've done something. But you know what? You know when no one's catching a whale? You can't catch a whale in the Gulf of Mexico, can you? But they can there. You find me somebody that has all of this bright, sparky, orange energy, and then somebody that's just going num 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 num, sturdy bodied, Alaskan, deal with the cold weather. Depends on where they fight. Depends on where they're doing the thing. So you're finding a balance between where you live, what you have available to you, and what you can get served to you. Obviously, people in Alaska these days can have a plane flown over and they can get some fruits. But they're not eating fresh fruits, are they? They have to eat wild blubber because that's what they do. And the people in the islands, they can't get that. They're not catching that. They're gonna eat small fish and squirt a little lemon on there from the so the energy from the sun has influenced the water to make a certain sigil. It's a sigil. It's a sigil inside of water, which then you consume, which becomes crystallized formed in your body. Okay, that's what I got for that. Percy, I just got to your comment. A friend of mine, carpentry is staying London. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you got money, you kind of gonna. If you got a lot of money, you have to kind of be asshole is. Like, if I've already done all this work to get something, then whoever's doing something has to do. That's a good and bad attitude at the same time. I don't know. I mean, it depends on what kind of asshole. So Junipers, there you go. And I turned for everybody else. I turned. I already told you I was going to turn it. I was going to turn off my side. I was muting it because I can't share with you the sting in the shaggy. Mm. So up to you guys now. We back. Um, hi, Diane Ra. Uh, yeah, I did that on purpose. That was due to the fact that I cannot play. I wish I could just push a button on my television screen. I just got a new hat. Hope you guys like it. Do I look stupid in a hat, or does this seem fit me? I don't know. I've had conversations with people about the way they dress and what they do, and it's always funny to me because am I dressing for myself or because others' perception of me? Like if I wear something, is it to exclaim I'm doing this and this is rocking this, or is it because like I just feel comfortable in this? I think there needs to be a healthy balance between that. Like if you're comfortable wearing it, wear it. And also, uh, thank you, Matthew. Yes. Um, shh, don't tell anybody because don't tell anybody what this hat is because it's a legitimate like it's a legitimate business proper. Like do those people want me wearing this hat? I don't know. I think half the time they do. Other half the time they hate that I wear this. Did you just say that? You do not represent us. Other half the time I'm like, oh my God, you just said the most amazing things. I'm so glad that it appears as though you're connected to our collective. You try to check out NPR Tiny Desk Concert. Diane, I'm gonna help you out with that. NPR Tiny Desk Concert. I'll help you out with another one. We can do it one more time. Yeah, yeah, Percy. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Um, so here's another one, and I'm gonna should it be? Do you guys want to stick with the NPR or we can go a different direction? Because well, I do this obviously. I do this for me too because I need like 3 minutes of not talking because I talk a lot because I have so much, and then sometimes I need to readjust myself. So I'm gonna give you one more song. Do you guys like hip hop? Like, do you guys like a little bit of music with some? Let's do this. I think this is the right direction to go here. Boop, stop all that. We're gonna do NPR and yeah, we're gonna do another NPR Tiny Desk concert. So 3 minutes after I tell you what it is, and it's gonna be. Do you want? Do you guys want to do Odyssey or Bus Driver? Some of you, some of you know me, and either one of these is gonna be impetus. Good word, good word. Do you guys want? You guys want? Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna do Odyssey. I'm gonna do Odyssey for you. So look up NPR Tiny Desk concert, and then we'll go to O D D I S E E. So okay, David Mannion, David Mannion. Okay. I'm gonna do two songs in a row. I'm gonna do one song with, and but we'll go to Bus Driver in a second. But we're gonna have to change streams from NPR to his other concert he did, which is really really amazing. So we're gonna go from like kind of like smoothie vibey Odyssey. You guys ready? It's Odyssey, NPR, Tiny Desk. Feel free to put me on pause or just open up another window or whatever the fuck you got to do. I don't know how you all work. Odyssey, NPR, Tiny Desk concert. I'm pausing me from talking. You can't hear this because it will ruin my broadcast. And I'll talk to you guys in 3 minutes. Yeah, that's love, yo. Okay, so you said bussy. You want to go bus driver hard on this? Let's go bus driver hard on this, and then I'll talk to you on the aftermath of this, because I got a few more minutes before I don't want to talk anymore. I mean, I'll talk to you, but the rest of these scallywags, the rest of these scallywags. At least we could do it real time with some music. You know, I can't even play this shit. See, let's do this. Let's do this one. Bus driver much. 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 This is so fucking phenomenal. Okay. Oh, I gotta clear this. See, I need one of the keyboards, or I need somebody else to do the shit for me. That's what I need. So if I'm saying something, you just go ahead and type it in there. Much. Ah, just type. This is not like a concert. This is a music video. So, you guys ready? And then I'll talk to you, David Mannion, and everybody else. Bus driver much. That's what you get. And this is good. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Hope you guys are already playing this because I fucked up because I'm using the remote control to do this. So I'll see you in 3 minutes. Well, hello, welcome back to this. I'm going to pause this, and I think that if I got a people license, I don't know anything about that. I'm not licensed to interact with the humans. Most humans want to interact with me, but I don't know if that's maybe. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good with it. They're fine. I don't know. So I'm gonna dip out of here. And David Manning, I'm gonna talk to you in like 2 minutes. Let me scrub up my filth. I clean myself up, just for you, sir, and for everybody else. Y'all, fuck off and have a wonderful day. Find yourself an alpaca or some weird animal to pet. Uh, play with what you must. If you can't find things to play with yourself. Wait, no, that came off all wrong. No, actually, it came off exactly as I meant to say it. So, I'll see you guys soon. I'll probably do a show in a little while, and we'll play some more music. I'll drink some more bourbon. And hey, what's up, Cypher? You got here way too late. I'm out of here, and maybe in an hour I'll be back on here doing some ridiculous shit. So, enjoy your day. And David Manny, I'll talk to you in a second. Yeah, fuck is right. That's your fault. You're 3 hours late to class, and so feel free to go back to the beginning. There's a whole little thing that I did there with the yeah. You'll see. It's fun. We'll talk soon. Adios, muchachos.